Hey everyone, Mr. Spinoza X here, and welcome to my first vlog. I know every time I look at my banner and the trailer for my channel, it says that I always do vlogs, but I never necessarily do them. So, welcome everyone to my first vlog. And today's topic, we're gonna talk about working at Sears. Yes, I used to work at Sears. Now, just letting you guys know, this is actually my first time. This was my first time working at a retail store and stuff. And I don't know how other people react to working at other retails, but for me, it was the worst job ever. Um, but not only that, working for a company that pretty much was just going out of business. Many of you guys know in 2016, Sears filed for bankruptcy and forced to close a lot of stores in the US. Of course, I think they've closed like a couple of them, like around in California as well. But the one I used to work at is still standing, but it's at the brink that it's about to close down. So yeah, it's getting there, from the looks of it. But anyway, again, this was the first time working at a retail store, and I did not like it. But let's just talk about the beginning pretty much. So I was an employee at a McDonald's for about 3 years. Beginning from I believe like late 2012. Yeah, late 2012 and stuff. And I stopped working there in September of 2016 and stuff. I just, got tired of it, I really did. I had to pretty much wake up super early to catch the bus because it was like a 2 hour bus ride all the way over there. And I just really wanted to find a job close to my house. And eventually I did, working for Sears. And not only that, working at McDonald's, I couldn't anymore, for obvious reasons. And I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna apply somewhere else. And luckily, I saw that Sears was hiring, so I took action and started applying online. And it was funny because I didn't have enough time to do it, you know, at the bus because my phone was about like pretty much I had no signal on my phone for some reason, which is pretty weird. So what ended up happening was I just kind of waited until I got to working at the McDonald's I used to work at that had Wi-Fi. So I was just right there applying everything. I kind of went super early, for the fact that I had to have enough time, um, to apply. But I missed the first bus, so I had to wait another hour for that bus to come and stuff. So when I got there, I hurried up, applied, entered all my information, and of course I had to do the assessment test, which is pretty long. And I remembered I had to clock in already, but I was still right there sitting down, applying, like doing the assessment test. And then like literally my manager was like, Ernesto, we need you right now. I'm like, hold on, I'm almost done. So yeah, and I finished and everything. And once it was time for me to clock out and go home. And once I rode the bus all the way home, when I got home, there was like a blackout. It was pretty weird. So I just found out, some my mom, my stepdad, and my brother were standing outside and stuff. And I was like, "What's happening?" It's like, "Oh, there's a blackout." I'm like, "Whoa, that's crazy." So, and then after that, I get a phone call, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I answered it. I'm not gonna say any names, just letting you guys know, just to protect the identities of the people I used to work with. Um, I get a call from this lady, and she's like, "Is this Ernesto?" And I'm like, "Yes." And this is him. And then she was like, "Hi, I'm this lady and from Sears, and I've looked at your application, and we wanted to set up an interview." I'm like, "Whoa, I barely applied to you guys like 8 hours ago, and already you're calling me. And I was like really shocked. And it was really surprising too because, you know, it was like literally after I got off of work and stuff. So yeah. So we set up and everything. The interview was set up like a day I had to work at that job at McDonald's. But I called off because, you know, I just wanted to get out of there. So, you know, I went to the interview and everything, you know, she ain't, you know, of course any interview questions, answer to the best of your ability, and I did. And it was crazy because, you know, she literally told me like, you know, I like the answers you're giving me and I want to hire you on the spot. I was like, whoa. Like I was just shocked because it's actually the first time that I was hired like on the spot because when I applied for McDonald's, I literally didn't get the call like 2 weeks later. But she wanted to hire me on the spot and I was like, yes. So, you know, everything was set up. I put my 2 week notice at McDonald's, but for some reason they didn't really I only worked there for a day after I put my 2 week notice and that was just pretty much it. I was like, I guess. So my final check just ended up being $23. But yeah. So what happened, and then after that, you know, went to orientation, everything, you know, and after it was my first, after I got my schedule for the week, the first 3 days they wanted me to be on the computer, pretty much, you know, doing all the tests and stuff, you know, all the rules that they have to follow and all that, and yeah, so after the 3 days, first day on the selling floor, and of course I did apply for the cash cashier position because, well, I did a lot of cashiering in McDonald's. That's pretty much what I would do, either in cashier window. I'm pretty sure you guys worked at a McDonald's know know the terms I'm talking about. So I mostly worked at window or in pretty much front and back drive-through. And it was a really good first day. But my first customer I have ever gotten, they put me in the women's department, and my first customer was this lady, huge loads of nothing but clothes, of like dresses, fitness clothes. Just, I was like, whoa. Like, it literally came out to be like mostly like $800-900 worth of clothes. I'm like, whoa. It was crazy. And I told the lady to, like, okay, this is my first day on the sales floor, so bear with me. And she's like, oh no, it's fine, you know, I get it. And it's like, okay. So I was like really shocked. Of course I had help from one of my managers and stuff and everything, and yeah, you know, it turned out really well and everything. It was a good first day. After that, I've only had like, because I only was working like 3 hours, so, you know, I've only had about like 2-3 customers. Pretty much the first customer took like mostly at least probably 30 to an hour, you know, trying to like get everything, you know, bagged, and yeah. But anyway, it was a good first day, and after that, you know, I got to know my coworkers a little more and stuff, and then it started becoming just, oh man, it just started becoming a hassle because of two things that we had to do in terms of the customers, and that was getting them to sign up for Shop Your Way or getting them to sign up for a credit card. For those who don't know what Shop Your Way is, it's pretty much a program that they use or rewards program that they use, pretty much like GameStop's Power Up Rewards, where, you know, your purchases become points. You can use those points for future purchases on the store. So that's pretty much it, you know. So I had to make sure, you know, everyone that had the rewards program put their phone number, and if they didn't, I would have to get them to sign up. But it was hard for me because, again, like I mentioned, I'm a Let's player with a speech impediment. So, it was hard for me to explain it because every time I explain it, I kind of talk fast and the customer's like, whoa, slow down. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm like, would you like to sign up for our Shop Your Way rewards program, sir? Your purchases become points and you can use those points for future purchases. Sometimes a lot of people would say no, sometimes people would say yes and everything. But the thing was, we had to always keep it at 100% when it comes to signing up for people to put in their phone numbers for their Shop Their Way program, or if they didn't have it, we had to get them to sign up. Because if that number on the computer screen, that orange line above it, is less than 50, we would get in trouble. We would literally, our manager or the owner, like, pretty much supervises what we do, and they pretty much would tell us what's going on, like why isn't anybody signing up and stuff, or why isn't anybody providing their phone number. They literally had to repeat us what to say, like a sales pitch pretty much. And if we kind of failed, we had to go back to the computer and follow that rule again. And it was kind of hard for me, because I tried my best. I at least had a couple people sign up, and that was a good thing. So I had help from two coworkers that later became my good friends. I don't talk to them as much as I used to anymore, just for the fact that they don't work at that store anymore, and stuff. But they helped me and everything in get them to sign up, and eventually, I averaged at least maybe like 88% to like 100, and that was a good thing. So yeah, but there was this other problem, and many of you guys who ever worked at Sears know what I'm talking about, and that is getting customers to sign up for either the Sears credit card or the Sears MasterCard. Whew. I was bad at doing that. We had to, every single customer, no matter what, get them to sign up for that credit card. Of course, if they're like 18 or older, I can't get like a minor to sign up for a credit card. What's a minor gonna do for a freaking credit card? But yeah, it was hard. It really was. I didn't really do so well. I did mention the two friends that I had, help me trying to get people to sign up for the Shop Your Way. They were so damn good getting people to sign up for credit cards. Like, honestly, those two were literally, I believe, the leading cashiers for getting people to sign up. I think like number 6 in the state, I do believe. And it was pretty crazy, Those guys, literally had the technique to get them to sign up for, a credit card. So yeah. But for me, it wasn't so good. I think the most out of a day that I got people to sign up was at least 7. I would at least average only 1 or 2 like a day. Like, I just really bad at it, and apparently I got my hours cut because of it. I was just really shocked. And when my girlfriend told me that, when me and my girlfriend found out that she was pregnant with our daughter, it was beginning to be hard for me and stuff, trying to get hours because, I didn't do so well with trying getting people to sign up for the credit card. And, of course, money began just not earning enough money to, like, support a daughter, like our kid, Luckily, I got selected to, work at Black Friday, which is pretty much Thanksgiving, because, now that they do Black Fridays early, kind of like, early releases for like video games, or, early releases for like movies pretty much. So they got me selected, and I would get paid more than what I usually do. And I thought, and I like that, So I worked, pretty much, a lot during the holiday, and I made a lot of money. And, I was able to use that money to, support, a a pregnant girlfriend. So, you know what I mean? And we were able to save up that money as well. So, my daughter was in good hands. Um, but after the holidays, is we didn't do so well. We didn't get the sales that we needed and stuff. So, we were at the brink of pretty much just closing down the store and stuff. I think after the holidays, though, it's pretty much when they started not scheduling me at all. And I would look at my schedule because we had like an app that would tell us when do we work and everything. And every time I looked at that app, no days at all. And when I did get days, I've only worked a day for only 3 hours. And I remembered I had gotten at least 3 people to sign up for the credit card, at least maybe 7 to people to sign up for Shop Your Way. But they only gave me a second day and it was only 3 hours. And I was just upset. And, towards, I believe, February is when they just kind of stopped scheduling me. And then by the time March came, I just called her. I just called my manager up, like, what's going on? And then she pretty much told me, oh, it's just really not that busy. So we've only been just scheduling people who pretty much got people to sign up. And I'm just like, well, I don't understand. Like, when am I going to start working again? She told me around Easter. And I was really mad. I was so mad that I just straight out told her that I was going to put my tweak notice. And I probably shouldn't have done that. Because, if they would if they would just laid me off, or if they would just fire me or something, I would have signed up for unemployment and at least gotten some money. But I was just too mad, and just put in my 2 week notice and stuff. I even asked them, like, why won't you guys lay me off? But they said, oh, that's not how we do things. And I'm like, that was just freaking stupid. Yeah. It's just, not, I don't, I did had, arguments with customers, but I can't really blame the customers because I was just doing my job, and I got people mad, and I mean, it's understandable, I guess, but of course it was just customers that were just, I mean, that's how retail is, I guess, but, I'm a friendly person, if you know me, I'm a friendly person, and I, if I had a problem with you, I would tell you, but, when it came to work and stuff, I had some good customers. I've had some really questionable customers. I had customers that were pretty much bargainers who pretty much use coupons and everything. And out of the times they do use the coupons, they don't end up working. And they keep telling me, like, why is it not working? Let me talk to your manager. I was just like, okay. And I just rang it up. I just rang the phone. Like, yeah, there's somebody that wants to talk to you. So yeah, it was just really some of the rules that they had over there was just stupid. I remember during the holidays too, and it's a very interesting story too. Okay, so it was the holidays. I think it was like around December, and I was working at the hardware department at that time. That's pretty much where mostly the Christmas trees, ornaments, and gift wraps are at. And I remembered a lady wanted to get a Snoopy ornament, but they didn't have the box in it. She just pretty much told me, "Can we buy the display?" And I I told her, "Let me double check with my manager." I called my manager, and for some reason, okay, there was this one manager that I work with that I knew for the fact that he did not like me. He was very sarcastic with me all the damn time. And it got really annoying. But of course, he was my manager. I couldn't do anything. I one time, spoke up and I told him, look, like, I know you're my manager and everything, but the way you're speaking to me, I do not appreciate that. And he was like, oh, well, what, how do you want me to speak to you, Ernesto? Huh? I'm like, never mind, you know, just forget it. And it was just really stupid. Um, but I guess, you know, all managers are like that, you know. Some managers you enjoy working with, some managers you don't, you know. I just sucked it up. So, yeah. Um, but anyway, I called him and he's all like, you could tell too, he didn't want to talk to me at all. He's like, yes, Ernesto. I'm like, I guess. And I was like, yeah, there's this lady who's saying if we could sell displays and for ornaments, and he was all like, no, we can't. And I'm like, all right then. So, you know, I got off the phone with him. I told her that we couldn't, and she told me why not. And I'm like, that's what my manager said. And I was like, well, can I speak to him? So I had to call him again, and you know, he eventually, and he said to me was, well, I'm on the second level, so if she wants, she could come up here and I could talk to her. I'm like, why can't you come upstairs? Like, I'm really busy picking up applications for the credit cards, and I'm like, uh, so I just hung up and I told her, well, if you want, my manager's upstairs, you know, you could talk to him. Like, I want him here now. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, oh. But yeah, it was crazy. She eventually did went upstairs, and then I was like, thank God. So you know, it was like probably like a good 10-15 minutes. That same manager came to me and was like, all right, Ernesto, what happened? And I'm like, what do you mean what happened? Yeah, that lady. What did you say to the lady? I'm like, nothing. I just told her we couldn't sell the display and that you were upstairs if you wanted to talk to you. I was like, well, apparently that lady just ran off with the ornament. I'm like, are you serious? He was like, yes. She, the lady stole a damn ornament that we couldn't even sell the display. I guess. It was crazy. And I pretty much followed my job, you know. Um, I eventually got in trouble for it. I explained myself, like, look, it's not my fault. I did what he told me to do. Told him straight out, we do not sell the displays. And if you wanted, you know, you could talk to him upstairs and stuff. And it was just freaking annoying, dude. They wanted to suspend me, but my other manager is all like, no, it's like, you gotta notice that he's barely new here and everything. So you just give him time and all that. And I was like, thank you. So I ended up still working and stuff. It was just, oh my god, dude. I think after that, I just kind of like didn't want to work there anymore. But I sucked it up, and yeah, it was just something, you know. It it was just something. But I think the most I liked about working there was pretty much talking to my coworkers at our at the break room, and the break room was really awesome. There was like a TV. They played nothing but like sports that were happening around that time, especially like football games and college games and stuff. And it was really awesome, you know. I actually enjoyed being there and stuff. And not only that, you know, every time I go on my breaks, I would just go around the mall and pretty much just, you know, look around, go to GameStop, you know, something, you know. But yeah, um, I think ever since then, I just really never worked at a retail store ever. Um, it's probably for the better because I'm just probably not meant to work at a retail. Knowing me, you know, just I sucked it up at least, you know, and I was very proud of myself, you know. But now everything's good, got a better job, it's all good. But yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and vlog here. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. Hopefully everyone's not annoyed by me. But this is only the beginning, everyone. This isn't the only blog that I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about other stuff. But let me know your guys' experience in working at Sears, or what other job you thought was the worst job ever. Let me know in the comments below. This has been Mr. Pinos X, saying good night, good morning, good day. Whatever time you guys are watching this video, I'll see you guys in the next one.